Well, hello, you're hiking with Jenny on the Cohos Trail. I just left the Bear Tree Inn where I stayed last night. Very nice stay there. It's sort of a little quirky small town inn with a steakhouse inside, and the restaurant was pretty good. That would be the First Connecticut Lake. That's the last one. I have kind of a big day today, and I'm getting a late start. It's like 10 o'clock now, I think. And I need to go 18 miles to get to the Coleman State Park Campground where I'm staying tonight. I'm on the road to the Ramblewood Campground because the trail actually passes right through it. So this was just like the most direct way to get back to the trail. So I almost stayed at this campground, but it was a 2-night stay minimum, which didn't make sense because the total price would have been the same or even maybe a little bit more than what I paid at the Bear Tree Inn, and I only needed the one night. So the second night it just would have gone to waste. No one would have been able to camp there. I don't know if the campground would have made exceptions for through hikers, but at that point I was just kind of like, well, you know what, the inn sounds good, so I'll just do that. I haven't spent much time in Pittsburgh. I think this is the second time that I've ever been here. Everyone's super friendly here, and it's absolutely gorgeous. By the way, I don't think I've talked about these yet, but these sun sleeves I got recently are really cool. They're from Farmers Defense. They seem to stay on really well, and I love the fun print. They also have other designs if mushrooms aren't your jam, but I'll link them in my description if anyone's interested. Before this, I was using OR sun gloves, which I love, but what would happen was, like, because I hold my arms out like this with my trekking poles, the sun was still hitting the tops of my arms. So I wanted something that would also cover my arms, but you know, if it was hot out, like not having to wear a full shirt. I am going to be stopping at Young's General Store. So I couldn't get my camera to charge. I figured out that it was the cable that was bad. So I was eventually able to get it to charge, but I had to like hold it in a certain way. So I was able to fully charge my camera on my drone, but that's not going to cut it for the rest of the trip. So when I go to Young's General Store, I'm going to see if they sell USB-C cables and then replace it, which I'm kicking myself right now because I have so many of them at home, and you never expect these things to fail. All right, we're gonna start going up pretty soon to Prospect Mountain. Well, I've made it to the top of Prospect Mountain. That mountain right there is McGalloway Mountain. It is the northernmost 52 with a view peak, and I climbed that one a couple years ago. Here is my Young's General Store haul. I got a turkey sub, some Pringles, got an iced tea, a new cord. It was $15, but I needed it. And then I got a couple of these snacks for later. That was a really nice stop at Young's Store. Got everything I needed. I feel nice and fueled up. Actually only ate half of that sandwich. I saved the rest for later, so I'll have second lunch. So that's exciting. This store is like right off of the trail. It's wild. And someone who was in there, some of the people knew what the trail was actually. So they were asking me about it. Everyone here's so nice and friendly. I feel like a broken record I'm saying that, and you know, you can say that about a lot of places, but here it just seems like a lot more apparent. And Young's Store is like a pretty happening place because it's probably the only store for miles, so like it was very busy. So I'm like 5 miles into the day so far, and I've got another at least 13 to go. It's raining! Finally. This is actually a Frog Togs poncho I recently bought. I figured, you know, it'd be reliable, and even if it's not, it was like 20 bucks or less. I think it was like 12 bucks actually. So I'll probably review this later on and let you know how it worked. But so far so good. It does have the snaps down the side as well, so if you wanted to unfold it and use it as a regular tarp, you could probably do that too, like an emergency shelter type thing. So a little update, since I'm about 9 miles in for the day, which is about halfway what I figured. I've been on this snowmobile corridor for several miles. This is the Lake Francis Trail. And I am so grateful that it was recently mowed because it is long. So I can imagine if this was really high grass, it would not have been fun to walk all that distance in that. This is random. Just a little pink umbrella and a little table. Just a place to temporarily get out of the rain. This is the trail. Right. Unexpected. Just a bunch of dogs just loaded in a truck. Okay, that was really weird. A truck made of kennels. And then a man came out to yell at the dogs for making noise. Why are there dogs in a truck? It was very weird. And I don't know, was this like someone's driveway? It's clearly also a snowmobile trail, and it's the trail, so yeah, very weird. Very weird. This is a somewhat newer section of trail, Nilsson's Lake. Built in the last couple years or so, named after the founder of the Cohos Trail, Kim Nilsson. Oh my god, it's a moose. You can see me. Can you see it? Oh god. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, he's way up there. I hope this is coming across on camera. Oh my god. This is my first moose. It's a bull moose too. So, wow. Oh my god. I have to keep a safe distance away from it, especially since it is a bull moose. I do not want it to see me as a threat. I don't see where he went. I was just going to say, because I'd seen a bunch of moose prints, that I think moose use this trail more than people do. And then, lo and behold, mission accomplished. I really hoped on this trip that I would get to see a moose, and I have. Look, so I think that's when they rub their antlers against the tree. Wow. High moose activity on this trail. I just heard something big. Huh. Don't see it now. Well, I greatly miscalculated the mileage for this section. I have already hiked 18 miles according to my GPS, and it's 6:17 p.m. and now it looks like I still have another 2 miles to go. So that's a bummer. It's gonna be a 20-miler probably by the time I get to the campground. But I should still make it there before, at least before dark, but probably before sunset as well. It makes me a little bit worried for tomorrow though, because tomorrow is going to be another 19-mile day. And if this one was underestimated, then that one might as well. So, we'll just have to see about that. So after that road, it spit us out onto another snowmobile corridor, and it kind of looks like we're gonna be on this till almost up to the point we get to the campground, and we're gonna get on another road that the campground's on. So lots of snowmobile trails today, lots of dirt road walking. Not a whole lot to see in terms of views, but some of that was because it's been so foggy. Found my campsite, and there's this little area that should work for setting up my hammock. Kind of actually looks like people have done this before. And there's my picnic area. There's coin showers and laundry here, but I didn't see a change machine, so I'm sure they'd probably give you change at the office, but haven't located where that is yet. And there are bathrooms, so with like flushing toilets and everything. There's outhouses here too. Okay, finally got myself situated. It's I think like 8:30 right now. I hung up my tarp mainly because there's still a lot of stuff dripping from the trees, and it was starting to get my hammock wet. I don't think it's gonna rain anymore, and tomorrow looks like it's gonna be sunny, so everything should dry out at some point tomorrow, though I'll start the day with wet feet, unfortunately. My least favorite thing in the world. This campground is decent, although it's a little noisy. It's like just families and stuff partying, but hopefully they will obey the quiet hours anyway. I need to do some strategizing about tomorrow because I had planned another 19-mile day, and today was supposed to be an 18-mile, turned into 20 and a half. I am going to relax and enjoy being in my nice warm quilt. This is the end of day 3. Thank you for watching. Happy trails.